Charlie Sharp on the red carpet with Nicole from Finding Nicole. So I know the first major thing was the Chris Cuomo show back in
Yes.
2018. This is your life on the screen. You know.
Yeah, actually, making that decision to do the story was a big one because I wasn't sure what it was going to be
Yeah.
like to have people following us 24/7 through the court process while we were fighting for our lives. But in the end, I was so glad that we did it because it helped people understand what victims of domestic violence go through when they try to leave abusive relationships. And it was a real life in time experience. So it
Yeah.
really illustrated the difficulties that even myself, who has a master's degree and a supportive family, face. So imagine someone who doesn't have those same resources, how much more difficult it would be for them to escape.
Now I know you were on set during the filming. Tell me, what was that like to kind of see your life, and you see some actors and the director they're portraying your life, kind of emotional, I bet.
It was emotional
Yeah.
at times, for sure, especially the scenes with my children or
Yeah. Oh
my
yeah.
children being
Yeah.
portrayed. I would say
Yeah.
those were the most difficult scenes to watch, because knowing what they went through.
Yeah. I mean, as a mother, you're trying to protect your kids from everything, right?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. All right. Finding Nicole, world premiere. Is there anything you want to tell? Because I know there's people out there in situations. Something I learned tonight, men as well, men and women both. Is there one thing that you'd like to get out there to tell someone? Because I know, me personally, I've been involved. It's real hard to get the abuser to the person being abused to leave the situation. Is there any words of advice that you could get to somebody who's having a hard time?
First suggestion is to document everything. If there are incidences of abuse, if you call the police, document everything in a safe place, and also have a safe to-go bag ready to
Mm.
go if the violence escalates, so you can get to safety as quickly as possible. And don't give up hope. There were many times that I wanted to give up hope myself, but because I didn't do that, I was able to escape my abuser and find life on the other side.
And I know you have a foundation. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so my nonprofit is called the Enough Initiative, and we do prevention, dating violence prevention work in high schools across Michigan. We've gone as far as North Carolina, and we also do resilience retreats for victims and survivors to help them reclaim themselves after abuse. And I also have a book called Finding Nicole, same title, that tells my story, but also has a survival guide for victims and survivors of ways to cope and get through the aftermath of domestic violence.
Thank you so much, Nicole, for sharing
Thank
your story.
you.
It's very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as
Thank you
well.
so much.